Hey guys, before we get into tonight's video, I just want to go over some of the gear that we used. This here is a hand line. It's just a piece of string attached to a bobber. It's cut a little short because I lost the majority of it, but essentially it's a long line with a piece of fish tied to the end of it. You pull up the float, yank it up nice and slow, and the goal is that there's a crab on the end of it. Use this here net, the dip net, scoop them up. So that was one tactic we used. The other one was the crab trap. Put the bait inside, these doors swing open. Hopefully the crab crawls inside and you pick up the trap. There's your crab. And then you'll see later on that you can just use the dip net here to scoop the crabs up. It's as simple as that. So you'll see all this stuff used tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy. On this one, we're going to be paddling around the Great Harbour Wildlife Management Area. I told you guys I was going to be back out for the crabs, and when I got there, that's what all these people were doing, so I knew I was in the right place. Well, I've been running around like a madman since we started, and for good reason. My first hand line attempt, I got a keeper crab. I'll show him later. But there's tons of people out here. It seems like everybody's into the crabbing, and there's crabs around, so this is gonna be a good time. I got a runaway float up here, and the way it's flowing, it doesn't seem like there's anything attached to it, so that might have been the end of my other hand line. Note to self, use the thicker rope next time. Come back here. Still on there with a crab. Wow, no way. So there was actually a crab in there. And he's gonna be close, so I'm gonna put the tape to him, but I think he might be a little bit small. Whoa. He's ready to go. See here. Four and a half. So here we have the crab shell that I found on the beach the other night when I was paddling in the East River Marsh Wildlife Management Area. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to show you how crabs are measured. Like I said in the video, they have to be 5 inches long, and that measurement is taken from point to point. And this one here is about 6 inches. That's a fairly large crab. He's been around for a while. And like I said, I just found this shell, but this would have been a keeper crab had I caught him. So that's how it's done. Got one in the basket trap. He's gonna be a little small, but that's still cool. See ya. I don't know what happened to this hand line though. Oh well. I'm out of bait too, so I've just got the one basket trap and the one hand line. We'll make it work. And speaking of making it work, meet Mr. Matt. Got a chance to talk to Matt out here on the kayak, and he was telling me that he just paddles around only with a net and scoops the crabs up. He basically sight fishes for the things, and he catches dozens every time that he's out here. He's a local. He's been doing this for a while, so it was good to pick his brain. So the float is running off again. Gonna go track her down and see if there's another crab on there. But Mr. Matt told me that this area is plumb full of crabs, so I'm gonna paddle around here. I'm also excited about this spot because it's where I did a lot of my duck hunting. This is Leeds Island WMA in Brantford, on the Brantford-Guilford line, really. I'm gonna explore here because a lot of this water was frozen when I got here late winter last year. Got yanked. All right. So I'm out of hand lines, and I took the last piece of bait that was on the hand line that was sort of falling apart and put it in the box trap. So I'm gonna paddle around this area and check the trap that I left back there every now and again. And see what we could find. But I'm also gonna dip net along the reeds, just go kind of slow, and we'll talk about this area a little bit. This area, like I mentioned, I've duck hunted before, but I'm seeing a lot more of it tonight because there's no ice. A lot of this was frozen last winter, so it was really only the tidal channel in the middle to a point. And in the back of the cove that we'll see back this way, it was all ice, so I couldn't get back there, and there's no access by foot. So we'll check it all out and see what else tonight brings. I got him. Oh, I got him. Small one on a rock. Male. They sort of like to cling to hard surfaces, so this rock pile here seems pretty good. Some sort of string caught up. I'm gonna clean up your waterways, folks. I mean, I just lost some string, so I get it, but when you see it, pick it up. somebody had a handline chicken bone here. Maybe they're still around. I'll leave it. A couple of lines tied up. I don't want to take anybody's property, although they should be marked. And that's one thing I forgot to do, was write my name on that bobber before I threw it in there. I'm gonna leave these guys alone. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they've got quite a few lines out here. But this is the spot. This is where we used to duck hunt, wherever these folks had their hand lines set. Right behind me, we would perch up on those rocks. Have our decoy spread out here. It's fairly shallow, right off the bank. And we would shoot ducks. We shot a lot of mergansers in this spot, but we saw all kinds of stuff flying around, especially in the areas that we weren't able to check out before. And that was with my friends Rick and Will. I met those guys last duck season, and they helped me along with my first year. So appreciate those guys. So the handline situation took a pretty crazy turn. I wound up finding 10 to 15 more of those things just thrown about the area, and was there till well after dark. Nobody came back to pick those things up. And that's an issue because turtles or birds or any sort of animal can get tangled up in those and die. So I wound up calling the CT DEEP and reported it. I offered to go back and cut them out myself. They're going to give me a call back, so I'll keep you guys updated. But if you see something, say something. Here's another view of these rocks that we used to duck hunt off of. We'd tie some camo netting up between some of the trees and just tuck up, make do with what was around us for blinds, and it worked. I think that's part of what got me excited about duck hunting for this coming season, is just finding unique spots like this and making them work for you. So we'll see if there's any crabs around too. That would be awesome if this spot is something that can produce different sources of food during the different seasons. Little guy, but clung up to the rock. Looks like another male. Yeah, it is. Off he goes. This little tidbit here is just a glimpse into how I was picking apart the water and looking for the crabs. Like I mentioned, they like to stick to hard surfaces, so like tree branches or rocks, like the one we just passed, is where you could expect to find them. Just working slowly, trying not to make too much noise. And I'll say it again, the benefit of being in a kayak is you could sneak up on almost anything. I haven't tried this out since turkey season, but let's give it a rip. So the sound that I'm making here is actually the call of a barred owl. You can use that call during turkey season to kind of startle a gobbler, and in response, they'll actually gobble and give away their location. But since the spring turkey season is well beyond us and we're getting ready for the fall hunting season now, what I'm doing here is mostly trying to locate an actual barred owl to see if there's any around in the area. a good sized crab here. Yes. Got his ass. Wow, isn't this fun? All right, guys. I just got another keeper crab, and he was actually in tow behind a female. It is their breeding season, but I just wanted to show you what the female looks like. Oh, and she's a soft shell, so she needs some protection because she just molted that shell. You can feel here she's not quite hard, especially her underside. But there's that pyramid shape I was talking about, guys. I'm gonna put her back along this rock and let her make some more crabs. A couple of tiny guys just hanging out. Here's what they look like. They're picking off these little fish. But just doing their thing. All right, everybody, heading home now. It's about 11 o'clock. I was out on the water way longer than I expected to be tonight. But that's all right. I don't have to be in work till a little later tomorrow morning. And it was a fun time going home with some crab. I'm bringing home 7 keepers right now. A couple of dandies in there too. A few escapees. I need to bring a bucket next time for these crabs. They crawled out of the little hatch that in the back of the kayak that I thought they'd be able to kind of hang out in, but it is what it is. 7 crabs is plenty, and it was a lot of fun. Caught most of them just with the dip net, scooping them up on the mud flats and the sand flats, and it worked really well at night by headlamp. That was pretty cool. Those things really stick out. Got to get quicker with it. I missed a couple of big ones as well. Just never got them in the net. But like I said, lots of fun.